Good morning, you beautiful people. Again here with another bow review. And today, and it finally arrived. That one was the victim of this pandemic. Shipped, I think, in December. Back and forth from China, from Alibow to here. But it finally arrived. The Janissary, the Turkish version 2 by Alibow. Packed well, a bit beaten up, but was quite along on the way. So, and before we start, I would have one thing. Look at this huge amount of plastic, and then look what exists. This is cardboard, cut with these layers. See, and it's stretchy. One could use this as a, I'm sure you can get it very cheap, as a pipe, so to say, and you wrap your bows. Then we would save a little plastic, and cardboard is easy to recycle. So please, Alibow, if you listen, if you want to make a difference, try to get these cut cardboard thingies. As said, they are flexible, they protect the bow easy, and we would save a bit of plastic. That's me. So, what do we get? First, a pretty sleeve, and we get the bow with a string. Ooh, string. You see, and then we have another piece of plastic here. It's quite some plastic. So, the Janissary by Alibow. These are curves, huh? Nice. See, as everything looks a little different. It's 30 pounds at 28, 35 at 30 inches. So we have a max draw of 30 inches. You can have this bow from 20 to 50 pounds. Has a length strung of 123 centimeters, is unstrung 109 centimeters, and has a string length of 117.5 centimeters. But that doesn't help. What you get? The seals look very different, but we get there in a second. 49.5, and the arrow pass is very narrow. And there are incredible news by Alibow, but I don't tell you now. I only say 36 to 38 inch max draw and up to 80 pounds, no problem. But stay tuned. 22 millimeters. This is it, a pretty bow. So what is different, you might ask? Why is this version 2? This is an old version. One has a little different poundage, but it doesn't matter. So the first and main thing you see here, when you hold them side by side, we have a little flex in the handle. It's not straight anymore, and then we have long bent limbs. Then what we had on the old one is race skin here, and here we are finally back to our two inlays. Handle looks a little deeper, a bit maybe. Same width. Limbs are a little wider now. We have still the same string pads, but the sear design is completely different. The version 1 was edgy. Second version is now round, like we know it from all the other bows from Alibow. We still have this slight pronunciation here from the bush to the Kazan, like we had on the old one. The back side is still narrowed down a little, that you have a nice string guide. The old one had that too. Overall, looks very good. Weight-wise, I think, give or take the same. Longer one is the bottom one. So how easy is the old one? Was very easy to string. How easy is the new one to string? Let's see. Let's find out. That's why we are here, I guess. A breeze. You only make sure that the string lines up in the string pads. Pretty. Oh, yeah. Nice. Brace head off. 7 inches, which is good. Do all this measuring stuff always, I know. Some find it boring, some find it interesting. I think it's interesting to know that this bow has exactly 350 gram. I would be interested in, that's why I do it. So now let's string the old one, that you see the difference of the strong bows. Of course you can have this bow in all clear, like I have here. You can have it in all black. Oh, this is a bit heavier bow. You can have it in green, blue, purple, pink, whatever. I wish, Alibow, maybe you want to make it white. I think this bow in white would look awesome. The old one was 350. So same weight. Did I say they are similar? So now look at this. The old one, the new one. Way less aggressive. Sear angle, look at the sear angle. In front you have the new one. In back you have the old one. The old one is way more aggressive. With the old one, we had directly from the fade out here, way more aggressive, more bent backwards here. The new one is a more gentle. Then we had this aggressive sear here, and with the new one we have a very gentle sear. So it's more like a mini Kheshig, I would say, than this aggressive Turkish, because this one was 29 inches and it was maxing it out. So the draw experience of this one was a little tough. But the new one, the handle feels way better than the old one. So it's a little more oomph to it here. Feels just great. Moment of truth. What, only 30 inches? I like what Alibow is doing. I guess this bow would do 32, but Alibow said no, we have a max draw of 30, which makes sense. I guess this bow would do easily more. Look at this. There is no stacking whatsoever up to 30. Pretty, and the draw experience is like there's nothing. Oh, yeah, nice. Look, 28, nice. 29, nice. 30, nice. 31, but we don't go. Oh, yeah. These arrows are too heavy, but just let me shot one arrow. Wow. Wow. So again, the heavy ones. Yes, of course, you could shoot 3 fingers military. Look how you can do this. Nice one. Yes, no problem. Horseback, doable. This one not so easy, but doable too. If you in practice a bit, then you get there. So again, another carbon in 400 grain. And center shot. Holy moly! This is an older Alibow streamline wood, a bit heavy. Flies nice. But I guess I stick with these ones. They're 320 grain, so we are just at full draw, a little under the 10 grain per pound. Oh, that's a competitor for all the other Turkish bows out there. I like that one. Of course. Wow. Of course we will do a comparison with all the other ones. A little vibration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a little vibration in the handle, but it might disappear. Here it's a little wiggly. And here it's stiff. Stiff enough that it's easy to handle, easy to string, and easy to shoot. But this bow is smooth. In a joy to shoot. Other short 49-inch Turkish bows are, they don't want to draw. This bow wants to draw easy 30 inches. 28 inches. This bow draws smooth. At 28 inches we have 28.7. At full draw at 30 inches. This bow draws nice. 33.2. So we keep it with 30-inch max. Because Alibow said this bow does 30 inches. 28. So what do we have? We don't have this aggressive sear angle. So that's why here Yeah, just fine. Maybe a tick over, so in 27 inches you have your 60-degree string angle. But look, there is no stress, nothing whatsoever. So this speaks now for the experience of Alibow. Look here. No overly much tension, and the sears at the limbs still point outwards and not like already in full draw, almost 90 degrees or inwards. Of course, the tree angle gets a little wide. That's why up to 30 inches is just fine. And you could draw this bow more, we know that, but we don't do that. It's a pretty bow. Handle is solid. You have a nice control, and even when you draw here, this bow is stiff. This bow does everything you want. I'm a bit impressed right now. Dun, the heavy wood one at 20. Yeah, it's heavy. You see that it drops at 20. The 400 grain carbon. Oh, nice. And at 30. Yeah, it drops a little, so you see they're a little too heavy. 320 grain at 20. Nice. And at 30. Ostro. A little wobbly, but that was me now. So you might need a few shots. Let's see, Katra. Oh, that was even worse, but even my fletching is not nice. It was a fletching of the arrows, not me. Impressive bow. I really like this bow. It's like a mini Kheshig. So if 30 inch is enough when you want to have the Kheshig experience, you might not want to expect a speed demon now. These are 500 grain or something. Way too heavy. 26, yeah. 400 grain, I guess, or 420. 143. 140 and 320 grain, a bit less than 10 grain. 171, this is what I expected exactly. 170. 154. In every draw length, this bow is fun to shoot. So even if you draw only 27, 28 inches, this bow performs well. That's 27 inches. You have your string angle of 60 degrees. Up to 30 is fine. That's an enjoyable bow. Look at the curves. Look, 30 inches easy. These arrows are too heavy, 400 grain. Forward katra, nice. Side katra, nice. Side down katra, nice. String twist, nice. Look at this. A bit too long then. So you want to have 30 inches. Lightweight arrows. Nice. Does everything you want. No, I shoot the heavy one too because I'm here. Yeah, slow. So with this bow you can do literally everything. So this is one of the heavy ones. Look. This is one of the lightweight ones. Lightweight. Nice. You feel it a little in the hand with the lightweight ones, but it's totally not annoying. So you can shoot heavy ones if you want to. And you don't feel anything in the handle, but it's a little boring. Not the fastest, but hey, look at this. And you don't have stacking at 30 inches, which makes your life nice and smooth. Yeah, 500 grain is too heavy. Bit loud with the lightweight arrows. So maybe you go a little over 10 grain. this 400 grain, that's just nice to shoot. And then it works. This bow is good. It's fun, easy to handle. Wow. Nice. Let's do a bit more string twisting cut. Oh, yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, get 30-inch arrows and really 10 grain at least. Then it's fun. Under 10 grain, it's a little noisy, and you feel it in your hand. Then this bow performs pretty well. You're still at 165, 170 foot per second, which is fine for a bow like this. These smoother curves make such a difference in shooting experience. I love this bow. We have now rounded tips, everything a bit more smooth here, reinforced. The string groove is deep enough. With this nice string pad, lines up nicely. You have here the string guide, so to say. You have a little pronunciation of the Kazan. Nice build quality, Alibow-like, flawless. You have the leather wrap with this binding here. It's fine by me. Logo. And I think in clear the bow looks just fine. String is nice. Nothing to complain about with this bow. Brace set is still fine. Gotten already a little better, but you have a little bit, but it will disappear after a while. Packaging, bow, string, sleeve, nothing more. No documentation, no second string, no string holder, so 2 points. Handling was handling again. Handling is hard to string, not straight, easy to string straight. This bow is a breeze to string and is still pretty darn straight. 5. So no problems here. The build, from rough, decent, good looking to perfect. I don't see any flaws on this bow. It's really, even if it's kind of mass production, but look at this bow. There's no dimple in the finishing, nothing. It's all shiny. I don't see anything which I could complain. Even here the transitions are nicely made. You see this part here is really nice and straight, so not like these where it's fuzzy and stuff like this. It's really nice. 5 or fully 5. So the basic feel was wiggly, not wiggly handle. The handle is just perfect for my hand, and you have control. Look here with your 3 fingers. This is just the right handle, and this bow is not wiggly at all. So this is fully controlled. 5 points. Did I mention that I like this bow? Draw experience is incredible for a Turkish bow with 30-inch. 28 is nice. 29, 30, 31. This bow would do 32, but we don't do that. So up to 30, easy. Smooth draw curve, like it's wow. It's really wow. 5 points. And shooting experience, as long as you shoot a bit more than 10 grain, you don't feel this. With the 320 grain, you felt it a little, then we're a bit under 10 grain, then you feel it when you shoot a little, but of course you always feel a little in your hand. But it totally, think you feel it and it's done. You shoot a little heavy arrows, no problem whatsoever. So 5. Leaves us with 27, and we could have made easily a few more points. Pack your bows instead of plastic in cardboard, and I give every bow builder 1 point more for sustainability and eco-friendliness. Yes, I'm a bit influenced. What can you do? Price value? Oh, I didn't tell you, I guess. $300 and still free shipping. Don't know how Alibow does it, but they still do it. So $300 free shipping. you get a extremely well performing, not so aggressive anymore, but this bow does its job, and I think it lasts you longer because there is no stress whatsoever on these limbs, no sharp edges, you know what I mean. And then $300 for a bow like this, for me, fully worth it. 5 points. So this is it. Of course, now I have a few Turkish bows here in stock, and of course we will do a comparison where I simply show the differences, but not all the, you know, all the specs you have already in this video. A really pretty bow. Only unfortunate that it took 6 months more. I think it was shipped somewhere around Christmas, and then with all these hype, got lost in Chinese post, didn't forward it anymore, got stuck there for a month, and they sent it back and sent it forward and back, and but now it's here. I'm happy that it's here. If you look for a small version of the Kheshig, go for this one. This feels very similar. I like this. This is a nice Turkish bow. And of course, I forgot to mention when I mentioned the price, we still have voucher code Armin10. You get 10% off when you order it. So get one now, especially when you start or when it's your second bow and you want a Turkish bow in 35, 40 pounds. I guess this bow is really awesome. 50 pounds, I don't know. We will see. I might get a 50-pound version, then we see what the max poundage will do. But when I see the curves, even in full draw, I guess this bow does not have a problem even in 50 pounds. This is a difference to many other bows like you had last time. The flint, 30 pounds, just fine. 50 pounds, because it's not going to work. This bow seems it wants to bend, but in this way it works. Pretty bow. Thank you very much, Alibow, for sending it to me, that I can finally test it. Thank you all for watching, and if you want to see a bit more bow reviews and a bit more in-depth bow reviews, you can still join our Patreon project. If you're somewhere and you want me to be your online coach, you can do this too on Patreon. Simply check the page out, become a patron, and then we go from there. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, like, dislike, you know, all this stuff. Simply interact. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.